My name is Chuck Price, and I'm a candidate for a circuit court judge here in Jefferson County. You know, there are people in here who've paid a price in order for us to have the right to vote. Or their forefathers have paid a price for us to have the right to vote. And the reason they did that is because they recognize that your vote is your voice to affect change. Now, I imagine that if you ask some of the forefathers of people in here, they would tell you that they wanted you to exercise your voice not just for a name, but for a person. Because it's not a name that sits up on a bench to make decisions about people's lives, it's the person that's sitting on the bench. So let me tell you a little bit about the person that I am. I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama, the son of a judge and also an English professor at Alabama State University. Things that you get instilled in you growing up in a household like that are discipline, integrity, a sense of compassion, but also a sense of what it means to be a public servant. And that has guided all of the decisions that I've made in my life after that. It's the reason I went to Morehouse College. It's the reason I went to Creighton University School of Law, because Morehouse College has turned out great public servants, and Creighton University School of Law has a religious affiliation, but they're instrumental in their community in Omaha, Nebraska. When I graduated law school, I returned to Montgomery, Alabama, where I clerked on the Alabama Supreme Court for a year. When I got done with my clerkship, I had a decision to make. I had to decide whether or not I was going to stay in Montgomery and question whether or not any opportunities that were afforded to me were simply because I was Judge Price's boy or Bernice Price's son, or do I take all of the values that I had gained and all of the things I had learned and take my name into a different direction. So I chose to come to Birmingham, Alabama. I began practicing at a law firm as a civil litigator, where I worked my way all the way up to partner. During that period of time, I've handled every sort of case that will come before a civil judge. I tell people everything from A to Z, arbitration all the way through zoning. I've tried cases on every level in the circuit and civil side. But that's just the legal experience. The human experience I'll tell you about is also in 2005, as soon as I got here, I became involved in the community. I've been a mentor to kids. I've volunteered my time as a basketball coach to children. I've been on a board over at UAB, and the purpose of that board is to go into elementary schools and teach our kids about healthier eating, because there are a lot of things that affect us as we grow up. Diabetes, high blood pressure, but if we get in and talk to our children about that at a young age, they can combat some of those problems. I've volunteered also at the firehouse shelter. I've given legal services at the Jimmy Hale Mission and countless other things. And the reason I tell you these things, and the most important thing about the volunteer things I've done, is I was doing those things back in 2005 and 2006 and 2007, well before I was running for office. So I hope that after you read about me, ask people about me, you'll come on down to the polls on March 1st, because Price is right for Circuit Court Judge.